Morning, welcome to Resource Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. Yes, I overdid. As you can see, my arm is in a sling. I overdid. I'm an old man attempting to do young man's work by unloading 80-pound bags of quickcrete, fence posts, and fencing to help secure our homestead. So I really strained my shoulder and my ligaments. Fortunately, I didn't tear anything. I thought I might have torn a rotator cuff, but the x-rays say, no, you just really overdid. And the doctor said, leave it to the young people. And I'm saying, Doc, can do. We got to get her done. People behaving badly now are going to act even worse. I truly believe with the evolution going on here in the United States, it will not be long before we are in a major civil unrest, civil war, um, quite possibly, but definitely civil unrest. The left, the unhinged left, is now claiming once again President Trump is a Russian agent that was hiding nuclear codes and information to trade with Russia. They just can't seem to get off of that perspective, and they are looking to silence the opposition to the upcoming election. They went after Ron DeSantis. They are definitely and never stopped going after President Trump and the supporters of President Trump. And like all good communist leaders, they eliminate the opposition through arrests or disappearing or assassination. I truly believe, and I hope I am wrong, I truly believe that there will be one or more attempts on President Trump's life. I strongly urge him, just my opinion, I strongly urge him to replace the Secret Service agents around him, hire his own personal bodyguards fully vetted. There was a rumor that he had Mossad as his personal bodyguards. I would go back to that again. I would definitely never let FBI come around as well unless they are escorted through the place. I truly believe that the unhinged left will do anything to eliminate the opposition to Joe Biden. And I want you to keep in mind something here. Joe Biden ran on being the most left liberal president this country has ever seen. He was also the vice president under Joe Biden, who said he wanted to fundamentally change America, and they are doing that. We're seeing on TV busloads of illegal immigrants being shipped from Texas, dumped in Washington, dumped in New York, met at the bus stops with the Open Border Society, providing them with money, places to stay at taxpayer expense, and compliments of George Soros, as well as clothing. And if you look even more closely, a majority of these people that are getting off the bus are military-aged young men, no families, no ties. Many of them have clean haircuts or military-style haircuts, and it makes you wonder what's going on. So these people are here in this country. Some are to say, I want to start a new life, but they already broke our laws. Others are working for cartels to spread the poison of fentanyl and other drugs, heroin, across this great land, and to corrupt our elections even further. None of this is any good, and Joe Biden and his cronies, Susan Rice and Ron Klein, are doing their absolute best to eliminate America as we know it. They've already corrupted one election, and if anybody says this was the freest, fair election, you can just take that and put it where the sun doesn't shine, because that man who is in office right now is just a few years older than former President Trump, and his mental decline is shown each and every day. He never takes questions from the press, and when he gets a question he doesn't like, he erupts at the press, yelling at them, especially at women. He can't answer the question correctly without cue cards, and he has to be told where to sit, where to stand, and oftentimes he turns around to shake hands with somebody that's not there. I believe that someone, and this is just my personal opinion, my guess, I have no information on this, so with the alphabet agencies watching, I believe that there will be more than one attempt on President Trump's life and or arrested and detained for a while. You may see that. And if that occurs, the people that are behaving badly now, you're going to see things get even worse. The reason why I'm in this sling, besides doing that, is the sense of urgency of locking down our property as much as possible. The people that are on our street that are using and addicted to heroin are acting worse all the time. Many of them are multiple time felons, arrested. You know, they're 22, 23 years old, have had a long history already of being arrested 5 or more times, spending years in jail, in and out of rehabs, and are still, acting ugly. If something happens to Trump, and again, this is just my personal opinion, if something happens to President Trump, it will be an assassination, an elimination of the opposition, and this country will absolutely erupt into violence and chaos. My opinion, that people haven't seen since the Civil War, and that's what the ultimate goal is of George Soros, his foundations, open border societies, amongst many others, that have corrupted our politics, and he wants to see America fall. And he stated that. And you have the liberal Democrats as well as rhino Republicans aiding in that mission. Things are coming that we haven't seen yet. Food shortages will be occurring because farmers aren't growing the food. Their fertilizers, for whatever reason, have been cut. Again, cutting production of food. Gasoline prices, even though are down now, will rise because he's cut all the leases, all the new exploration. He's cut money for bank rolls, for financing drilling, and refineries. It will catch up to us. I want to make sure, at least here in rural America, we are locked down as much as possible and learning where the holes in the perimeters are while we still have law and order. That's just my piece of advice to you, as well as having plenty of medical supplies on our slings, like I'm wearing now, multiple slings, splints, the bendable type of splints to fix broken bones, as well as plenty of Advil and ibuprofen and anything else you can get your hands on to ease the pain. I will recover from this. I just have to, remember my age and do what I have to do. But I want you to think of what is coming and the purpose of all of this. The ultimate goal is the collapse of America, and we are seeing this by a raid on President Trump, who is again liberals claim he's an agent of the Russians. I don't know what else to tell you other than keep on preparing, check your medical supplies, get right with God, get baptized, submerged in water, take care of yourself. Greg out.